I want y'all to know I've had this box of Awakening of Twin Blades for the longest time. I got it so long ago from 50 cards, and it's just been collecting dust. Like literally you can see the dust on the plastic here. Because I've been waiting to open it for the release of this upcoming history of Vanguard, right? And we're finally here at Awakening of Twin Blades. So we've got ourselves Aichi, Ren, and Kai, as well as nothing on the back. Wow, good job, Pusher. Let's jump into this. So this is still in the era of boosters being 5 cards per pack, and then also being 30 packs per box, right? And I think each one of these still contains a trigger. So we're gonna put that there. Pack design looks super cool. We got MLB suddenly in the background here, which looks really nice. It has this like nice like gold, which looks really cool, right? So super cool, super iconic set. We've got Maiden of Trailing Rose back here. Let's see what we've got, see if we can maybe pull something crazy. I'm gonna get ourselves the Knight of Birder Gene here for Neonectar. We got Nightmare Painter, pretty cool. We do get a critical trigger, or I'm sorry, a trigger. This one's a stand for Murakumo. We're gonna get another one which is actually a critical, and our first hit, it's actually gonna be the fucking Phantom Blaster Overlord. Wow, look at him in all his glory. So as the pseudo Lord before Lord became a keyword, if you have a non-Shadow Paladin Vanguard or Rearguard, it gets -2k. Then if you have Phantom Blaster in your soul, this gets +2k, so cross ride. Finally, you can counterblast 3, choose a card named Phantom Blaster Overlord from your hand, so Persona Blast, discard it when it attacks, and then you can give this 10k power and a crit. Very cool. That was the first pack. If I can get one of each, if I can get MLB and DOTE, that would be so cool. Absolutely the coolest, right? Lady of Sunlight Forest is a card I feel like I've seen so many times. I feel like in Vanguard 0, when they did the event for Neonectar, I got this card like 1,000,000 times, right? Here's Battle Mating Tagitsumi, pretty cool. Hysteric Seri, so I guess there's 2 triggers per pack. And look at that foiling. Whoo, baby, that looks so good. But this is a Self-Dragon Turbulent Edge from Murakumo. I forget which side of the pack I'm doing. Okay, gotta do a better job of keeping track of that. It almost feels like a festival booster, right? The fact that it has like 2 triggers. But so we got ourselves some Neonectar, stand trigger for Dimension Police, heal for Murakumo, and we got ourselves the Apocalypse Bat. So that's the booster for PBO. So last one, it gets 6k, so it basically becomes a 10k booster. Here's the Nightmare Painter again. Okay, so I guess we don't get 2 triggers. We just have been getting 2 triggers. So 2 triggers not guaranteed. 1 trigger guaranteed, yes. Here's Super Dimensional Robo Dilating. Here's Dancing Sunflower, and we're gonna get ourselves the Frontline Valkyrie L'Oreal. Always like the art of that card. Pretty cool. So that's a grade 3 for Neonectar. She just gets 2k on attack. Here we got the Dream Painter. So same effect, but for Royal Paladin. Just put a card from hand into soul. The Vanilla for Murakumo. Nice use of the black here. I like that a lot. We've got you again. We got a draw trigger for a Nova Grappler. And we got ourselves here the Flame of Promise Irmo. So this is a Overlord booster. Same thing in the Apocalypse bag. I guess this is actually a blaster booster, not PBO specifically. But, you know, you can use it with PBO. But they get 10k. Or they become essentially 10k boosters. So you Soul Blast, and the thing that you're boosting actually gets 6k to end the battle. They always did the really weird where they would give the boosted unit power instead of giving the booster power for some reason. But here's the Silent Sage Sharon, right? Very pretty card. She's a giant. Literally. Another stand trigger, and we got ourselves the starter from Murakumo, right? Stealth Beast Evil Furt. Fun fact, I talked about this in the history video, but there's 18 cards from Murakumo in this set. and 17 of those 18 all have stealth in their name, which is insane. Here's the Blade Siege Squire, pretty cool. The Doombringer Griffin. I didn't really talk about this much, but you can use this to get your DOTE to hand, right? So I feel like this saw a lot of play, but not in the list that I was looking at. The draw trigger, another heal trigger, and we're gonna get ourselves the starter for Neonectar, one of them at least, and the Shield Siege Squire. So all these guys, just say if their attack hits, you can put this into the deck, search out for the card that has a grade higher, essentially, its name specifically, and then call it out and rest, and then shuffle your deck. So, pretty cool. Here we got the Colossal Wing, which is just a special intersect for Neonectar. Here we got the Phantom Bringer Dragon, which is the same as the Griffin, but for PBO. Here's another Gong. Another one of those heal triggers, and we got ourselves the Conjurer Mithril, who was actually a promo in Japan, but we got it included in the main set for English. If only Bushiroad would do that more often, that would be super based, but God forbid they decide to be based. So this says CB1 Standis, but it's an act. So that's like Death Army stuff, I guess. Then this is a Neonectar. We got this stand trigger again. Stand trigger for Neonectar, and we got ourselves this Irish Knight, who is just the vanilla grade 2 for Neonectar. Looks pretty cool. Right, a lot of the grade 2s are, for me, grade 2 vanillas feel really iconic because the art was really good and you'd see them a lot. Here's the Dream Painter. Here's the Griffin. I got a crit from Murakumo. I got the Battle Sister Ginger again. And then we got the Ayo Pineapple. He just gets 3k if you have a bunch of Neonectar cards. So that's okay, I guess. And we have ourselves here, what is this? The Devil Summoner clone. Vanilla. The Stand Trigger. And we're going to get ourselves a triple rare. I thought this card was just a rare, but this is Miracle Beauty. I actually did not talk about this card at all in the video as well. I kind of skipped over her. She just says during your battle phase, when this unit stands, if you have Dimension Police, choose another unit stand. So if she stands, you stand a column. So decent. I saw some play, but nothing insane, right? Then we got ourselves the other starter for Neonectar here, the P-Knight, who I always saw the art of kind of weird, but now I actually see it a lot more clearly, because I thought this was like some sort of like weird ship thing, but it's like an actual P-Pod in armor, right? Like this is the arm. But anyways, here's dumbass Top Gun. Here is an ugly ass critical trigger. Never want to see that again in my life. And then we got ourselves the Kurama Lord, the Mega Blast unit for Murakumo, who is just Mr. Invisible. He's just play the Mega Blast cost, stand all your units. Right, includes your Vanguard. Here's P-Knight again and Top Guns again. Historic Sherry is kind of cool. The Gong. And we got the Vanilla from Murakumo. Pretty cool. And let's see what else we got here. Vanilla from Murakumo again. So you can see the crit for Shadow Paladin. Pretty important. The Dart Spider and another one of the Laurel. And the last pack from that side is going to be to this one. We're going to get the White Hair Inaba, which is the same as the Dream Painter and Nightmare Painter. Speak of the devil, right? Sunflower, the Stand for Pale Moon. Wow. And finally, we got the Street Bouncer. Double rare for Nova Grappler. You can rest another Nova Grappler and then draw one. So it's alright, I guess. Now let's go ahead and open up the other side, right? I gotta get ourselves a Pale Moon Bear. Big League Bear. Pretty cool. The Griffin. Got the Counter Charger from Murakumo. Xerxes Fairy. Wow. And we're gonna get ourselves a double rare in the Knight of Loyalty, Belvedere, which is the MLB 12k attacker. This gets 3k if you have a blaster. Pretty cool. Technically, I use that in PBO. Technically, but PBO says if you have something that's not Shadow Paladin, he loses power, right? So I guess you can cross ride to balance it out, but that seems kind of silly. Anyways, I got a million copies of her. Here's the Nightmare Painter equivalent in Pale Moon. Right. And we're gonna get ourselves a rare in the Magical Police Quilt. So I think this is on hit if the attack boosts that you discard one. So I don't know. We'll find out when we get to Legion if that was actually used in the Legion era. But I know at least in Vanguard 0, you used a lot of those in the Legion era to just fill up your drop so you can Legion as quickly as possible, right? Got the crit again, which is kind of nice. And then we got ourselves the Devil Child here. This is a 10k booster-ish. Yeah, it gives the boosted unit the power, but essentially a 10k booster if you have 6 or more cards in Soul. So pretty solid card. Another one of those cards I didn't really go over. We got Gene again. Pretty cool. Here's this ugly-ass critical trigger. This stand trigger, I think it actually made it into the Shadowverse collab. Wow. And then we got ourselves the Knight of Nullify Masquerade. Pretty iconic card here. Crazy cool art. But this is another same exact text as Belvedere. Just in a different clan, right? So if you have a blaster, this gets 3k power. So it's a 12k attacker. Pretty cool. I don't think MLB had Lord, so you technically could have, I guess, played that in MLB, but I don't think you had the space for that, to be honest. It kind of was not worth it. Here's Ginger, and then we got ourselves another Apocalypse Bats. So the PBL was a great hit. Everything else, kind of whatever, if I'm being honest. But there's a lot of somewhat iconic cards, at least for me, right? A lot of cards I've seen a lot. I don't know why, but I've just seen a lot of these cards and the card arts. Whether or not they saw play or not is a different story, but a lot of them, to me, feel iconic. They're just kind of mostly whatever. Gonna get ourselves here the Stealth Beast Void Gelga. I think how you say that. Or right, I guess. It just calls a copy of itself in the deck. Here's the Murakumo, quote-unquote 10k booster. Another Dialady, another Standard. I feel like that's our 3rd or 4th Guide Dolphin. Wow. And we got ourselves a double rare in the Murakumo PG. Stealth Beast Leaves Mirage. So if you discard a Murakumo from your hand, put this on Guardian, choose a Murakumo that's being attacked, and it cannot be hit. So, not the greatest PG at the time, right? Because Murakumo wasn't really seeing a lot of play, so not the best double rare you could have pulled, but hey, it is what it is. Oops. Ugly ass crit trigger, and another Double Child. Okay. So there's a lot of, or like the set list is kind of small. I don't know how to describe it, with a lot of reprints here. This is a new card finally, the Dark Soul Conductor. Pretty cool. Powerful Sage, sure thing. Stealth Peace, Moon Edge, and then we got the Burning Horn. So this is another 12k attacker for Overlord, but this one's actually a rare, right? Which is really interesting because the other two here are actually double rares, and they all have the same effect. So it's kind of crazy that this one got away with being a rare. So good for Overlord, I guess. Then I got ourselves here the Bear, Rabbit, Countercharger, Draw Trigger, and we got ourselves a double rare here. And the Evil Eye Princess Yurlei. So on place on Vanguard or rear, if you have 6 or more Oracle, Think Tank, and Soul, choose a card at random from your opponent's hand. Bind it face down at the beginning of the end phase of that turn, and put it back. So pretty cool card, pretty insane art. Really cool moments in the anime where Misaki actually played that. So super cool to have that card. Then we got ourselves Gene again. So that's our 3rd Gene. There's another Dialady. There's another one of these Draw Triggers. And we got ourselves another Mithril. 3rd to last pack here. I should at least get one more triple, I believe. I think we only got 2. Yeah, I think we only got 2 triples, so I should at least get one more. Or if not, but yeah, these pull rates, I remember the pull rates for these boxes being pretty bad, right? You got a shit ton of the commons, but at least the commons and rares are a little bit better, but you get a shit ton of them. But getting the triple rares you want is like pulling teeth, man. We thought we had it bad now, right? Here's Moon Edge, and then another Burning Horn. So that's actually insane, actually. To get 2 Burning Horns, pretty good. Granted, I don't have the triple rare to go with it. This is gonna be the last pack. So this is the Dark Soul Conductor, Squire, Corolla Dragon, Sweet Honey, and last card is going to be, yeah, baby. All right, we started this on a great note, and we ended it on a great note. Amazing. I was going to say, like, I'm so sorry that we started off so good. We started out so good in the beginning getting PBO, and then we're gonna end it with like some random shit. But no, we actually got Gigantic Overlord, the original one. So basically the same effect as PBO. If you don't have a Kagero, Vanguard, or Rearguard, minus 2k. If you have the original Overlord, this gets plus 2k if it's in your soul. And then finally, CB1 Persona Blast. When its attack hits, to stand this unit, no drives being lost. Awesome. Only got 3 triples from this entire fucking box, which is insane. Imagine nowadays if you pull 3 triples. I actually have a box that I just opened for Modern Vanguard, right? Let's compare. I just literally did an unboxing for set 10. So that I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triples, right? And we say these pull rates are shit. They are. But I got 5 triples from this Modern Vanguard set, right? And meanwhile, this banger of banger sets, I dropped 1. Oh, banger of banger sets. Thankfully, it was the, I want to say, least expensive one, right? Banger of sets. We just got 3 measly triple rares, right? Unless I'm missing something, but yeah, these are all doubles. We got 5 doubles and then 3 triples. So pretty interesting, but pretty happy to end with the end and pull Overlord. Insane box, and I got 2 Burning Horns. So goated box just by the fact that I pulled this. Super cool. But in any case, let me know what you guys think of set 5. If you have any memories, hopefully it's invoked some nostalgia for you. None of these are SP, unfortunately, but that would have been insane. But that's still pretty cool to pull them nonetheless. Till next time, take care of yourselves, play Vanguard, and have yourselves a damn good one.